just as a way to give a middle finger to my haters, this is not a basement. I'm doing something a little different this time with my video, and I will get to the main topic in a bit. I'm just to fuck with people that tend to claim I live in a basement. Well, you can obviously see I don't live in a basement. I live in a house. Kind of funny, isn't it? That's like one of the funniest insults I ever get from those who just hate on my content, hate watch me. Not that I care, but it's hilarious. Now, I'm not going over the top like Jason did in one of his mailbag videos years ago. For those who don't understand the reference, people did the same thing to Jason, and Jason just went outside his room to show the entire place he was living with at the time and just mocked the fact that he lived in his mother's basement. Obviously, I don't live in a basement, which is one of the funniest insults in the book, and I don't live with my mother. I mean, seriously, get a fucking new insult. Anyway, what is this topic about this time? I think I've focused too much on Trump supporters and not on Kamala Harris supporters who have been acting very disgusting and borderline psychotic. It's like, Jesus. It hasn't even been a week since Trump has been in office, and they are just doubling down on their fucking shit. Like these FAFOs videos. I even said that it's liberal circle jerking. I just think it's worse than that. They just get examples of a few people, and they're just spreading propaganda and dangerous propaganda about marginalized communities. Like, Arab is their favorite target now. And you have people in the comment section making jokes in these videos about Palestine being bombed, or how Palestinian Americans are getting what they deserve. You have some insane person claim that the protest of Gaza wasn't real. It was manufactured to make Kamala Harris look bad. I was like, wait, hold on. What? Seriously? Don't be surprised if they target Jews next. Don't be surprised. I mean, if they're willing to push Islamophobia, they'll do it to fucking Jews. They'll push anti-Semitism. Because, that's what fucking liberals do. Scratch a liberal and a fascist bleeds, as the old saying goes. And these people are acting just like fucking fascists. Oh, Kamala Harris warned you. It's like, what the fuck? Everything Trump is doing right now, Kamala Harris would have done anyway. She just would not have been as brazen about it. She was anti-immigration, just like Trump. It's like, do these people have amnesia? Do these people not remember how right-wing Kamala Harris's campaign was? In my entire lifetime, I've never seen Democrats push a campaign as right-wing as Kamala Harris. It's like she was trying to outdo Trump. And they attacked on voters as well. It's not a surprise. What is the point of this video? Kamala Harris supporters are no different from Trump supporters, except in superficial ways. In every way that matters, they're not much different. Trump supporters are unapologetically fucking scum. But I think Kamala Harris supporters are far worse because they act like they're morally superior. At least I voted for Kamala Harris. When, if Kamala Harris was the better alternative to Trump, why didn't more people turn out and vote for her? Why was voter turnout low for young people? Because she offered nothing. She offered more of the same. When you hear two people talk who sound identical, and let's say you're a Palestinian, which was the reason I did this video, because now they're basically doing, like, Arabs are having a meltdown. This is racism, plain and simple. Because those who voted for Trump in the Arab community was such a small fraction. There's barely a dent. And the very fact that the audacity of these people, these first worldists, to demand votes from a marginalized community that had been witnessing their culture, their religion, their families getting destroyed, and the people that have supported it, that have participated in it, have not even tried to stop Benjamin Netanyahu. They could have stopped all this the first day. They didn't do it. Kamala Harris and Biden were the most committed Zionists in my lifetime. And you actually expect people victims of genocide, because that's who Jewish Palestinians are who live in America. They are victims of genocide. They're survivors. They're genocide survivors. You expect them to vote for the very people that has committed one of the, if not the worst Holocaust of the century? Are you fucking joking? I'm convinced these people would have supported the Nazis by that same logic. Oh, Jews, this is just replace Arab with Jew, and it's essentially the same thing. Like if let's say Nazi Germany was around today and they were committing a Holocaust against Jewish people, and Jewish Americans did not want to vote for Kamala Harris or Biden because they didn't want to support a genocide against their people, they would have said the same shit they're saying about Arabs now. Harris supporters just cannot accept the fact that most people in the country did not want Kamala Harris to begin with, whether it's Democratic voters, independent voters, or non-voters. The woman was condescending. Like, what kind of person says, I'm speaking at a rally against victims of genocide? Kamala Harris is a ghoul. She's one of the most evil people that's alive today. She should be in prison for the part that she has played in Israel's crimes. She's complacent. Every person in the Biden administration was complacent to the genocide. But they're not going to face justice. In a just world, Kamala Harris would fucking be, and along with everyone that she's affiliated with, would be facing the Nuremberg trials. But that's never going to happen. The very fact is, you fucking toothless fascists will support fascists out of spite because you hate the fact that your candidate lost. My video, when I said all Americans are fascists until proven otherwise, I'm being proven right. Like, when you look at the way liberals speak and the way conservatives speak, they don't sound very much different from each other. In fact, with a few minor differences, they're pretty much the same. How could someone tell me that Kamala Harris would have been better for Palestinians? She would have done the same thing that Trump is doing now. And the very fact is, these people are spreading misinformation about the protest for Palestine disgusts me. Democrats aren't your friends. Democratic voters are fucking not your friends. those who reluctantly voted for Kamala Harris are not people I'm talking about. I'm talking about those who enthusiastically support her and every time someone like is basically not knowing what to do or having a meltdown, they celebrate this. I'm not saying Trump supporters don't deserve to kick rocks, but what purpose does it serve to do it for every Trump supporter? It just feels like it's a form of cruelty. It's a form of gleefully celebrating Trump's cruelty, except it's on those that you hate. But here's the thing, not everybody that's suffering through these deportations are Trump supporters. I'm not saying there aren't a good amount of people that didn't vote for Trump in the Latino community. I'm not going to deny that. But that doesn't mean we should fucking be celebrating or laughing. Even have fucking people saying, oh, I'll do my part to report them to ICE. It's like, what? When push comes to shove, liberals are fascists, and they will act fascist. I mean, you're seeing it now, their reaction to Trump's deportations on immigrants. Like, even Democrats are anti-immigrant. Even they are. The veil has fucking been lifted. Trump, in a way, is America's best president. Think about it. There has been one president in my lifetime that has fully exposed the fascism in American culture and the American people. When liberals who want to talk about how progressive they are, when you have them celebrate or gleefully mock people who are from other marginalized communities suffering the fascism of Trump, that shows you just how deranged Americans are. Now, do I have a problem with gleefully mocking white people? Fuck no. That's entertainment to me. White tears entertain me. I find them fucking hilarious. I will laugh endlessly of white men and women crying that their lives are getting worse under Trump. That's entertainment for me, because fuck white people. White people are more likely to support fascism than any other group. So yeah, fuck. I will laugh at them. They're the exception. But everyone else, no, I will not. Because America has victimized most of the fucking planet. And the very fact is you have people celebrating like Trump basically rounding up people. Fuck Trump supporters. They'll do that anyway. I'm not even talking about them. Kamala Harris supporters are doing the same fucking thing. Yes, they're a minority, but they do represent a section of American society that's always been there. Liberals suppress their racism and their white supremacy, while conservatives are just open about it. I appreciate that Trump has forced America to face itself, and those who are not racist or as racist in America, forcing them to actually face that this country that they love is not what they think it is. Trump forces people to face the reality of America. That's what's great about Trump. Kamala Harris, we wouldn't be having these conversations now. People wouldn't be talking about the soul of America. What is America? Has America always been racist? Had America always been fascist? These conversations would not be had today. Had Kamala Harris won, had Hillary Clinton won in 2016, we wouldn't be having these conversations. The fact is, Trump forces people to wake up out of necessity, because when you're seeing your society crumble and you're having an open fucking fascist like Trump and his cronies, you have to self-reflect. Harris supporters don't want to self-reflect. In fact, that's the reason they hate Trump so much, and the reason why Trump won. They don't hate Trump because he's a disgusting human fucking being and a parasite on humanity. They hate Trump because they won't face the kind of evil that's in their own soul. I do think Harris supporters are evil, overwhelmingly evil. The very fact is, you could make light out of genocide victims, and every Palestinian that comes to America or anywhere abroad is a survivor of genocide. And basically delighting in their suffering, even though most of them didn't even vote at all. If they voted for Jill Stein or any other candidate besides Trump. But Trump derangement syndrome is what affects these people. Trump exposes the facade of America. Trump is America. And Harris supporters are acting exactly how liberals have always acted. The stuff that they say behind closed doors is how liberals are acting now. Not every liberal, mind you. There are left liberals who are willing to see what is wrong. I'm willing to give them a chance because I started off as one. But the liberals that stay liberal despite the contradictions of capitalism, to me, those liberals, they're saying the quiet part out loud. They hate Arabs. They hate Latinos. They hate anybody that isn't like them. Inevitably, someone's going to bring up the black liberal. That's not a conversation for me to have. That's something for the black community to discuss. I'm discussing primarily the white people within the Harris supporters, because that's what I'm primarily discussing. Because liberals are racist. They're anti-Semitic. They're misogynistic, just like conservatives. But they do a better job of hiding it. Not anymore. Yeah, and they wonder why so much of the country despises liberals. When you have people talking down to others when things don't go their way. Liberals are like spoiled fucking children. They're acting in the exact same way Trump supporters acted 4 years ago. What, because your genocidal fucking female Hitler lost? That you have to fucking take glee in the suffering of other people? You couldn't make some of the shit up that these people believe. That fucking, the Palestine protest was fucking fake. Even though it was a protest for over a year, even though students were risking their lives and their future careers protesting a genocide. The student protesters, they have more fucking integrity and courage than any of you fucking cowards ever. What did you fucking risk voting for Kamala Harris? Nothing. You risked absolutely nothing. You didn't protest in the streets. You didn't demand and make demands for Kamala Harris or Biden to stop the genocide. Most of you did nothing. And you even have some of these people who claim, well, I'm not going to speak for this community, that we're not going to protest for 4 years. We'll see how long that will last. Things are getting worse. And if you think you're not going to be affected by this, you're fucking wrong. You're fucking dead wrong. Birthright citizenship is being revoked. Yes, there's a fight in the Supreme Court, but I'm not going to put any stock in the Supreme Court. Birthright citizenship, if that gets repealed, do people not realize the consequences of that? They could add conditions to being a citizen of the United States, even if you were born here. The fact is, Those who truly want to resist fascism will resist fascism. And those that won't, well, they will die cowards in chains rather than standing tall, because that's the difference between a Kamala Harris supporter and those who actually want to fight for social justice. Those who truly want social justice, they don't vote for either fucking Trump or Harris. They support either candidate. Until proven otherwise, I stand by this. I always will stand by this. And it's only been reinforced. All Americans are Nazis until proven otherwise.